Folks, welcome back to Dirt to Daytona. Today is the day we are about to enter the postseason. A lot of work had to go into this postseason before I even got to press this button. Had to go through and finish all of the Cup cars. I had maybe 10 of them done from the previous series, and I even went back and kind of fixed them up as well from what I had learned over a lot of time learning how to do all this stuff. It's not... There's a lot of trial and error and lining up everything. It's not just easy, is what I'm trying to say. So here we are. We are in a good spot, and we're going to go ahead and hit the postseason, find out where we're going to land for the Cup Series, and where we might land with our sponsor in the Truck Series. Polaris, congratulations on winning the Sears Craftsman Trucks Championship last year. We have been looking to sponsor a car for next season, and we are hoping you would take a look at our offer. We love the potential we saw last year, and we believe that together, things could be accomplished. Okay. Ooh, Polaris is the offer. All right. We're obviously, that's not our car. I mean, that is. We'll be driving a Chevy. We'll be driving the Camaro. It's not going to look anything like that, but that's our sponsor. That's pretty awesome that we got that. There was no, video talking about us going to the Cup Series, so I was a little shocked. Here are our season standings. Obviously, we won. Black Beast Telecom. We have been looking for a long time for a driver who can win races, and from what we saw last year, that is you. We will be straight with you. We want a champion. If you can deliver, we'll give you $500,000. You can't do any better than that. Well, you're right. We're going to select that because obviously 200,000 isn't a lot. These people don't even talk about. Oh, Sears came back. Sears comes back after dogging us. Yeah, you know what you can do with that letter there. Marina Bundy. Oh, maybe Marina was. Anyway, we've got UA. Under Armour? I don't know. I've never seen that one before. Connor Mediation. Thanks for your offer. And we're going to go to Black Beast because we want $500,000. Ooh, that's cool. It's a cool truck. I actually have had that sponsor before. I don't know why I'm acting like it's new. Matter of fact, I might just drive that old paint scheme because it was pretty cool. We'll see. I don't know. You'll see in a couple seconds when we run Daytona, because that's what this episode's going to be, is us running Daytona. I do want to see what UA was. It's a pretty neat paint scheme. It's a pretty neat striping scheme, I would say. Not just basic, but, Let's look through these all. Schneider, basic. Honor Mediation. Oh, I had them once. I think in my very first series, that's who I picked. Already did them. I want to see what Sears had. Oh, Sears is the original, so it's nothing special. Anyway, we'll take Black Beast. Featherlight Modified, we won the championship there. 10 races. They're going to offer the same stuff. We're not going over it. We're not going to run the Featherlight anymore. We're done.
Well, once again, we're looking forward to another season of the world's greatest racing, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. We're just about ready to head to the Daytona pits for the start of Speed Week, but before we do, I want to highlight just one more driver that, while new to Winston Cup this year, has in fact become a real veteran of NASCAR racing. After winning the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series last year, the driver of the Sears Die Hard truck was quickly snapped up by the Polaris team to see if any spark could be given to their floundering effort. And after seeing the way the number 202 truck dominated last year's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, I, for one, am pretty interested to see what this driver can do now that they finally have a chance to play with the big boys. Well, it's time to head down to the track for all the action. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Well, a little bit different here. We got a Cup Series race, then three Cup Series race after this truck race. I need to go do the paint scheme. You're not going to see the paint scheme for the car, sorry, until Saturday's episode. But, I mean, you get to see us, roll out in the Truck Series right now. We start this one off, Daytona International Speedway, $500,000 up for grabs as usual. We're going to get out there and do our best to start this season off right. We will see you new paint scheme, new sponsor. We'll see you at qualifying. I didn't do anything. Obviously, we should win this race. I mean, it should be more difficult than it was last year, but we should still win it. I would hope we're good enough to win at Daytona. I don't know. We're going to qualify. New truck, primary sponsor is red and black, so the truck is black with red. It's pretty standard. We get 2 laps here. So we'll do that. What I do want to do actually is bring up... Nope. We don't care about this initial out. I want to make sure that I can't remember what track it was, but I actually kind of had it set up weird and need to adjust for the heat. I was overheating in qualifying. It might have been this one, actually. But I also think I adjusted it, and that should have adjusted it race and qualifying. I can't remember. I have not touched this game in a racing capacity in too long, to be honest with you. It's been too long. We'll have new sponsors on the truck after this race. So McAllister's, I think, will go away. As usual, if you've watched any of my episodes, or any of my Daytona runs, I should say, first one I like to run a little bit more in the middle. Safe. You know, just get that safe one. And then the second one I like to try to get down on the line. Looks like the temperatures are doing just fine. There's been about an hour gap in between me saying I'll see you at qualifying and me actually being here. I couldn't paint my own car. Well, that was my bad. I couldn't paint my own car or truck until I went to postseason. And, I mean, the truck was easy enough. I put some fun swirls on the side.
This is the one that counts.
Pretty basic. Don't care as much. It's more about winning the races. The car, well, you'll see it. Again, not a ton of effort put in. Oh, I should probably race down since I said I would. Anyway, not a ton of effort put into it simply because I don't, we're not highly sponsored or anything yet, so no reason to put a bunch of cool graphics on the car. I just can't wait to show all the paint schemes of all the other cars. We're not doing great here, but I don't really care that much. I don't think that they do well with the big tracks in this game. I think once you're maxed out, you're pretty good.
All right, let's see where we
48,607 should be good. There's a look at the truck. Big old dragon on the hood. That's what we got set up for the truck. Pretty nice. Some swirlies on the side. Yeah, it looks cool. And I didn't go cheap on it. Put in some effort. Swirls like the dragon swooshing the wings. Those are the wind swirls coming off the back. You get it. It's an artistic thing. I understand. Yeah. Pole by a long shot, which is pretty good. Which should be, again, it should be the case. Let's, let's get out here and do what we came here to do, which is add more money to our account. We run the Daytona 500. We have the best possible car we could have in our first season.
Welcome to the Sunshine State and the birthplace of NASCAR, Daytona Beach, Florida. Since 1959, a driver's career can be made or broken at Daytona International Speedway. The 2.5-mile tri-oval has served as a proving ground for some of the greatest names in racing. 31 degrees of banking in the turns and incredible speeds on the straightaways have led to the inclusion of restrictor plates here. Aerodynamic drafting has become a must-have skill in order to stay with the pack and master Daytona.
I've got aerodynamic drafting for you right here. Would be cool if the game actually did have drafting, but the model just doesn't seem to exist, so. And we're off.
all clear.
Jump out here in front of Brennan. And, long race. Well, actually, I don't think so. I think it's only, 52 laps, 2-stop race. If I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 52 laps, 2-stop race. The next race, I'm pretty sure it's 100 laps in the Cup cars. I'm going to have to really cut time out of those races. Not cut time out, but speed up in those races, which isn't a big deal. If you like it, I could cut out the middle. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do there. Obviously, the goal is 30-minute videos at max. And, you know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm not a big fan of cutting the actual content out. So I like to speed it up. So you still get the content without... How about I drive? There we go. Just driving up the track. You know, so you get the content, even though it's sped up, you can still get to see what happens. Of course, on a race like this, if I'm sitting out here, I mean, I could cut the part until we catch up to lap trucks, but I could also speed it up. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, because obviously the video part is for you guys. So if you want me to cut it and speed up other parts, more or less for the cup races, this we've kind of got it down to a science. We'll start speeding it up here in a little bit, and we'll pick it up at the pit stops. And usually I talk for a couple minutes after the pit stops, and then we go back to speed up. Then we come back. It all equals out to, you know, 25, 30 minutes. But if the cup race is twice as long, now we're talking about potentially cutting some stuff out. And that's what I'm asking you about. Would you prefer I cut sections out and then speed up in sections that are not entertaining? Well, it's going to be entertaining. We're going to be battling the whole time, so I have no freaking clue what we're going to do here. Or should I reduce the length of the races? Put it down to the half again? Or the half, not the half, the next one down. Put up the damage or the wear and fuel consumption. Bring those back up. And these races would just be naturally shorter. And then the cup races would probably be about the length of the truck races currently, which takes about an hour. So maybe that's what we'll do. Again, honestly, let me know in the comments after you watch this race, because I'll have something. I mean, the Daytona 500. I'm probably going to try to record 5 or 6 episodes tonight. That's not going to happen. It's 8 o'clock already. I try to record 3 or 4 episodes tonight. So if that's the case, then I won't make the change probably until mid next week for videos. I could just change it per race. So I could run it 2 by on this one, or whatever the endurance on this one, and then I could run the long race on the cup races and just switch it back and forth each race. It's not the biggest deal. It's not the biggest issue for me. The longer the race we run, the more bonus we get, which is kind of one of the reasons why I like to run the longer races. These races aren't exactly very exciting. The other ones are cool. I mean, that's part of stock car racing, is managing your tires, your fuel, you know, all that stuff. That's kind of cool. This is pretty much, because the draft in this one kind of sucks, not super exciting. So yeah, I'm going to speed this one up until we go to the pit, but think about that. Leave a comment and just say, hey, I think potentially that reducing the length of those other races, the cup races, and then keeping these races the same length, I can just switch it every single race. Not a big deal for me. I think that might work out the best. Or if you'd rather me run those longer races in the cup, which again, I don't mind, and just speed up or cut out, just let me know. But at this moment, we're going to do our first stint, and we're going to see you. You know the drill. It's going to be caution. It's going to be pit stop. It's going to be action. It's going to be something, but it's not going to be right now. Let's hit that speed up. All right, we've got 2 to go, so we're going to actually pit this time round. One of the things you might have noticed, we've not lapped anyone. Remember I said the second season, or the season after you win a championship, everyone gets a lot more close. They upgrade their trucks and things. So yeah, we've got a pretty sizable lead on the pack right now. But I'm also pretty sure that the pack is fairly close to each other overall. So, I don't remember. I think you can make it all the way through the corners to pit.
You're low on fuel.
I'll come around here, and then I didn't really practice or anything. Yeah, you come off here. Come down the straight. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes
Slow
again.
down.
55. Ooh, that was... We're fine. Everything's good. Everything is perfect. Yeah, got a couple trucks that... It's like a lot of people are going to be pitting right now. Couple trucks that had, or at least one truck. I thought there were 2. Had some issues. Guess not. Here come the pile of trucks coming down pit road to pit with us. Couple trucks didn't pit at all. Interesting strategy there. Gonna pit the next time around, I can only assume. Here we go. Yeah, looks like... So the trucks that were closest to us would be the ones that are ahead of us right now, or that we were the closest to lapping. That's why they took the extra lap around. They're probably pitting now. So that's interesting. It's cool. I like it. It's going to make for some probably 1.5 mile races are going to be a lot better now. Short track was always pretty tight because you're constantly in... As a matter of fact, actually, short track racing could be better as well because you're not going to be lapping trucks in the first 2 laps of the race. Thought about it, by the way, during my first stint. I think I'm just going to reduce it all. The truck races are... We're still doing them, but I think that we're going to just run them the next one down for length, and then up the wear and fuel consumption to the next level up, so 3 times wear and fuel. You're still going to get long races for the Cup car races. Remember, we only get 13 races here with the truck races, so we're still going to run them. Because I think about like Michigan, for instance. Michigan is a 100-lap race for the trucks. That is a long race with the trucks, so I think it's still pretty good as far as the distance goes, but just switching back and forth, if I forget to, it's going to be an issue, and then I don't know. Here I am thinking about it, realizing maybe I am okay with doing that. I don't know. Anyway, we are sitting on a nice lead. We may see some trucks coming up now that we had a good pit stop and there hasn't been a caution or anything like that. This race could be pretty boring, which is okay by me because that means that we did a good job. I'm going to speed it up right away here, anticipating that we're going to have some action in the latter stages of the race. So we'll get back with you. Still pondering the whole race length thing. We'll see what we do. I don't want you guys to lose out on content because I shortened the truck race. I don't know. I'll also listen to your suggestions. Anyway, we'll be back with you as usual. Action, caution, pit stop. Caution flies. Not sure what it's for, but we're halfway through this lap, so we've got 12 in the tank. We will not pit during the caution. Go ahead and fly over here to the start-finish line and see you guys after the caution. I'll let you guys know what happened. It was Nilsson, the truck next to me, that was damaged.
Car low.
Oh my goodness. Gone makes a huge mistake getting stuck in behind Nilsson, but look, we're
All
not.
clear.
We're gonna pull now, but you see, he fought with us down that straightaway. Nilsson did. They're not that bad. We were finally seeing trucks that we could have lapped, and it was, I mean, we were nearly halfway through the race before we even saw it, and we had a good pit stop, so pretty interesting there. We have 9 laps left in the tank, and that's why we didn't pit, because honestly, unless there was a tire thing going on or whatever, there's no reason to pit. We need to, I mean, technically now I think we could pit. 24 to go. No, we need to go at least 5 more laps before we're in our pit window, so we're not going to wait that, or we're going to wait longer than that. I mean, we're not going to go that soon. We'll get all the way through it. Tire wear, pretty much nothing. 3 laps on the caution. Not sure why. Nilsson was off the track pretty quick. No oil left on the track. We were able to go through and have no issues. Nobody else pit except for Nilsson. So, all interesting stuff there. We're going to go ahead and speed it up because nothing is going on. And I am excited for Daytona 500. Dirt to Daytona to be achieved in the next episode. But don't skip by this one. You never know what can happen. Sometimes I'm an absolute moron, and that warrants watching the whole video. Thank you. We'll check back with you. Well, like we always do. Caution, action, pit stop, you know.
Stay high. Still there. All clear.
All right. Well, we lapped our first truck of the race. Great job, team. Great job. We've got 2 laps left in the tank.
You're low on fuel.
We're going to pit this time around like we did last time. We're not going to catch Skorecki and pass him because obviously that would put us in quite a predicament. In fact, I'm going to come off the gas a little bit so I don't catch him. We still almost caught him. It's pretty funny. Anyway, here we go. Down to 55-ish. Oh, it was 56. I hope that we don't get a black flag for that. Eee. Oh, good. We didn't. Woo! That's the type of thing I do. Ruin my race. Get up through the gears, check the relative to find out where we ended up after that. Better pit, in my opinion, because we actually rolled in 1 mile an hour above the speed limit and didn't get the black flag, so did a better job there. That's kind of my focus with the truck series this year. Pit entrance, being clean, things like that. Still don't hit it like they do. Those guys, obviously, AI, computer, whatever, they come in 150 miles an hour. There's a wreck, good. 150 miles an hour, and then they spin out, or don't spin out, when if I tried to do the same thing, I'd absolutely wreck. They're on a freaking rail when they do that, so whatever, though. We still got some trucks sticking on the track. Obviously, the Nilsson, he'll probably be leading, actually, until he has to pit. But he'll have to pit before the end of the race. I assume that Setzer and Inman and them are going to pit this time round. We're going to stick with you until that happens. Oh, during the caution, I was able to go in and quickly do the texture. Well, not quickly. I had like 10, 15 minutes during the caution, but I was able to go and do the texture. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Do the texture for my pit lane. It was the 288 from last year, and I changed it to the 255. Wow. My heart skipped the biggest beat when I touched the apron there. Talking and just not paying attention almost screwed us on a perfect race. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right. Well, we got Bundy here. Hopefully he'll stay low. No, of course. Why would he? Oh, he didn't touch us. He didn't touch us. That's good. Inman, Bregman, and everyone in front. I don't know how they're still out. I'm going to be completely honest. Oh, I wonder if... No, they did... Oh, they made a pit. They weren't a lap down. Nilsson was a lap down because he wrecked, and we came around before he got to the pit, I guess. These guys didn't, so they're going to probably run... Shoot. They're probably going to run another 5 or so laps before they go into pit. And as you can tell, these are the bottom of the triple-digit trucks. Oh, that sucks for them. Yeah, they can pit. Yeah, they'll still be with us, but they had a huge lead. My point was, I'm not catching them. I'm not just catching up to them. You've seen the races last year, so it's already apparent here. You saw the races last year where by now, we would have seriously gained 15, 20 seconds in a couple laps on them. So it's going to be I'm excited. It's going to be a very interesting year in the truck series here. Going to have a lot of tight racing. But it's going to be frustrating for me because I'm not that great. Well, we've led 32 of quick math 39. We'll see you after the caution. Jason Small was the truck that was wrecked. But we have, oh, why am I drawing a blank on the dude's name?
All clear.
Doesn't matter, he's gone. Anyway, that was interesting because he is actually now down a lap, and that's one of the normally very good trucks, so... Setzer, sorry. Setzer's his name. Anyway, 12 left in the tank. What do we have left for laps? 10 laps left in the race. Yeah, if there's not a caution, we'll come back with 3 to go. Might as well wait till 3 to go. These are, almost 50-second laps, so we'll be back with 3 laps to go. Three laps to go. I was sitting here driving around, and I really think I could have tightened the truck up actually just a little bit. It's really touchy when you probably see it a lot more exaggerated in the speed up. But if I turn even remotely, just the tiniest bit more than I should, I guess, the truck it goes pretty wild, which is about the only thing that really kept me in any focus on the race, because it's been such an uneventful race, which is fine because guarantee, well, we've got 3 cup races at least before the next truck race, so you get 3 cup races, and then we have Martinsville for the truck race, so rest assured there will be a lot more action in that video. As I'm thinking about it, I am going to reduce the race length for the Cup Series for sure, and potentially for the Truck Series. I can especially like Daytona, Michigan, Texas. Those are the three that are kind of the most uneventful, just because it's a broken drafting system for the other trucks and cars. They don't draft together. They don't speed up. They're not, we got 5 laps on them, or 5 seconds on them as we come around to the last lap. We got 5 seconds on them in short order. And we're getting about a half second a lap. Maybe a little more. No, you just like, that's not fun to watch. I get it. Hopefully you still watched it. I appreciate the support. But in the same respect, these are the only tracks that are that way. All the other ones, they race tight. And, and of course, Daytona, the very next episode you'll see is the Daytona Cup Series, where we're going to reveal all the Cup cars. All of them have been painted, textures updated, and not half-assed. They're full updated textures. You'll see what I mean. And that'll be an exciting race because we have a sucky car because it's our first car. But we came out here. We didn't get a spot of damage on this truck, and we're going to come away with a dominant victory. 2 cautions, neither involving us. One scare when we hit the apron, almost went smack the wall, but we got off the gas. We were able to get it under control. And like the dragon on our hood, we were able to fly away with that victory. All right, top 5. Tony Savoy, Rick Crawford, Brennan Gong, Robert Presley. Michael Ratner, not my favorite Ratner. He finished top 10. Good for him. But here's where you see John Wood, bad day for them. Still on the lead lap, but that is not great. Finishing 28th. Randy McDonald. Dennis Setzer, that was the one that I was very surprised with. We did lap him. Mark Nilsson was down a lap because of damage. Harold Bundy, we did lap him, but it wasn't, as you saw, it was kind of after the pit stop. Chris Lee was your first out. Travis Quapple and Jason Small, your top tier trucks, went out. Running the perfect race without all of the Max sponsors yet. We will have that after this episode, but running the perfect race brought us in $225,220. That, friends, is a nice payday. Racing is back in a big way this season, proven by the record crowd of enthusiastic fans at Daytona who were on hand to watch Tony Savoy master the track and capture the checkered flag. We've got $2.5 million in the bank. We need to upgrade that car in the next episode. And also, in the next episode, the moment we have all been waiting for, you will see the reveal of all of the other cars. You'll see the reveal of our car. We'll upgrade our car before we go out and race for the $2 million at the Daytona 500. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this episode, though. We came out here, we got the job done. Completely clean truck, completely clean race. We walk out of here with more money to put into our Cup team. I do want to take a moment to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.